Ah, yes, Dominican Republic, the third world country everybody wants to move to, but it's horrible, full of trash, crime, and no access to electricity, healthcare, or running water. Alright, not so fast. This video is about the other side of the Dominican Republic, the side that some people like to ignore, but certainly exists. This is the side of DR that you and your family will likely live in if you decide to live in the capital city Santo Domingo, Distrito Nacional. Joining the Dominican upper middle and upper class that very few people like to talk about. I know you might be surprised to hear that there's a large subset of the Dominican population that enjoys a higher quality of life than their European and American counterparts. This goes against what so many tourists say about DR. Oh, the resort is beautiful, but everything outside is so poor. But they've never been to areas where successful locals congregate. And we're not talking about like a few streets or a few blocks. We're talking about large neighborhoods, as well as entire towns and cities that already exist, and others that are currently developing. Over 1 million people currently reside in these affluent areas of the country. The vast majority of these people might go and study in other countries, but they generally do not leave the country permanently, as they understand that this lifestyle is very difficult to replicate in another country. Here's why. Where else can you get eternal summer with an extremely wide range of things to do in very diverse natural habitats? So you can live in a major city with super easy access to a quick getaway of any kind you can think of. Mountains with colder weather, rivers, forests, golf courses, entire gated communities with seaside restaurants, yachts, and country clubs. Besides the ample options for traveling around this beautiful country, you also get easy access to the US with 2-hour flights to Miami, and you can be in New York City in just under 4 hours, and other cities as well in the US, giving you the option to spend a nice weekend abroad and come back without the hassle of extremely long flights. And if you're moving here from America and you gotta go back home to solve some sort of an issue that requires you to be there in person, you can just hop on a flight and be back in no time. Okay, so what are these areas that you'd live in if you were to move to Santo Domingo, specifically to Distrito Nacional, which is this area right here? First, let's talk about Piantini. This is the area that you should consider if you're in your 20s or 30s and enjoy the hustle and bustle of the big city. Everything you'd find in a downtown area of any other major city, you'll find that in Piantini. So top-notch malls with exclusive shopping options, business centers, co-working centers, and restaurants, Piantini is likely the best choice for a person who enjoys a lively and luxury lifestyle. You're basically in the middle of it. You're close to everything you'll need. Now, if you have a family and still enjoy a luxury lifestyle, but you want to enjoy a more laid-back vibe, larger living space, with more greenery and tranquility, with the same high-end feeling, all of that at the expense of having less dining options and businesses around, then you should consider Los Cacicazgos. And I want to point out that you'll still have pretty quick and easy access to Piantini if you want to come and enjoy the city life. The best way to describe it is how Las Vegas residents describe Henderson. Close enough to play, far enough to stay away. So you'll have that semi-suburban feeling, but you'll still have high-rises and beautiful buildings around. Especially on Anacaona Avenue, the home of some of the most expensive properties in the country. Other areas that you should look into are Mirador Sur, which is right here, between Piantini and Los Cacicazgos, along with Bella Vista, La Esperilla, which is right here, and is next to Piantini and right below Naco, which is another great area to consider. Also around Piantini, we have La Julia and Evaristo Morales, two areas that deserve a mention due to the fast growth of the communities here and lots of high-rise buildings. We'll talk and compare cost of living in one of the future videos, but for now, this entire area right here can be considered upscale, and you can find safe, fun places to live with good schools, amazing amenities, and as I said previously, a lifestyle that for many people beats living anywhere else in the world. We'll also specifically address dining in Santo Domingo in this series, Living in Dominican Republic. The fine dining scene definitely deserves a special mention. Now that's it for this video, living in Santo Domingo, not on a budget. This is upscale living, where to live in Santo Domingo to live that upscale lifestyle that I mentioned in one of my previous videos where people basically said that, oh, you don't need that much money. Well, we'll talk about in this series, basically living not on a budget in Santo Domingo and Dominican Republic, and I'm sure that a lot of you will find that you will spend more money than you previously thought, especially if you're looking at averages and if you're reading comments from people that are not a part of this lifestyle here in Dominican Republic that so many locals live here, but very few people talk about. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and stay aggressively patient.